You okay there?
Jesus. I think I hurt someone.
This is Ed Warren, here with Lorraine. All right, let's get started.
Residents of Brookfield were shocked this afternoon by the broad daylight murder of Bruno Sauls.
The court accepts the existence of God every time a witness swears to tell the truth. I think it's about time they accept the existence of the devil.
Whatever is going on, whatever happened that day, that was not Arnie.
Alright, just got done watching The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Like, I literally 2 minutes ago watched the credit scenes just to be sure, and then got on here and recorded. Now, I heard people saying, I didn't watch this on Friday, I watched this on the Sunday morning, which is the perfect time to watch a horror movie about a demon, right? But I heard people saying, oh my god, this movie's not scary, this is bad, it's not the best one, it's rough. Okay, I agree to a certain extent. The movie was not, it was freaky. Now if a lot of people compare it to the first Conjuring. Now the first Conjuring, that was freaking rough. But if you're comparing this, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, to an average horror movie that comes out today, I think James Wan does the horror movies the best. Now, I knew this story, I want to say Stuff You Should Know, or maybe I'm wrong, maybe it wasn't that, put out a podcast about, the first time in America that a demon goes on trial, basically, is what the story's about. So, the story is, I'll break it down to you, then I'm going to play a little clip from the trailer, but I'll break it down for you. So, the story is about a demon that gets into this man and he kills this other guy. I guess it's his landlord, and the guy doesn't remember doing it. He's like, "Look, I got possessed," or something. And Ed and Lorraine figure out that the guy was possessed, and they're trying to break this apparent curse and how it happened. Now, like I said, if you're comparing it to a normal horror movie that comes out today besides the Conjuring universe, it's fantastic because it's freaky. It has a great story. It doesn't repeat anything. It's continuation. It doesn't, it's not an average thing where they do the same thing every time. You expect everything. I think The Conjuring does it the best to where you kind of know what's happening, but you don't know what's going. You know what's happening, but you don't know what's going to end up the end result. I guess you kind of do know that the demon gets out and stuff, but you don't really know how. And I think this one was a better movie on the chances of a better storyline, because when they announced The Conjuring 3, I was like, God, another person that's haunted, and it's a haunted house, etc., etc. But I'm glad that they went the other direction. It's a haunted person. It kills people. And it's actually a curse, and we're trying to break it, and we're going to go to court for this. This movie's not scary. This movie is really freaky. Now the first 10 minutes or so is probably, it's the first 10 minutes of the movie, and then my opinion, when they go into the funeral home, I think those two are the worst part of the scary wise of the movie. Other things are freaky, like a dead body comes on. It's really freaky. The story is actually really cool because it's a different take on curses, and it's a different take on The Conjuring, which actually happened. It's not like they made the story up. But I wonder what's all true, because I wonder when this happens, when people get possessed by the demons, or if it's real. I don't know if it's real. I'm not going to say it's not real. I'm not going to say it is. I don't really know. But you're probably thinking you're crazy if, you're thinking your house is possessed or you're possessed. Like, you're probably thinking, and I think that's a lot of reasons why people say, you know, like, when they actually do have a genuine haunted house, I wonder if they're just like, no, I'm crazy. This is my mind playing tricks. I'm in a new place. I'm doing different things. There's no way that this place is haunted. I wonder if that's genuinely what you're thinking. And then you have to call in the demonologist like, you know, Ed and Lorraine Warren. And I bet you're thinking these people are crazy because they say that they can cure me from this sickness that I have that they say is a demon, or they say that is the devil, or they say that it is something haunted inside of me. It's possession. I wonder if you're really freaked out about that. Because I don't want to experience it, but I've never done anything or had anybody say they have been. I don't know. Altogether, I thought the movie was really well. A lot of people were complaining it was a bad movie. Well, you didn't watch the movie because the movie was actually pretty entertaining, and I was not bored at it at all. I think the second one, The Conjuring 2, was a little, because it was like 2.5 hours, and I think that was a little long, and it did drag. Now, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, was like hour 45, I think, without the credit scenes, and there was like a whole 7-minute scene of just credits. I like that hour 45. It puts the whole thing in perspective. It actually starts getting going. There's no slow points. I really enjoyed that. And, of course, the movie goes all the way back to the love story of Ed and Lorraine Warren, which is the whole point of the franchise. You know, they're trying to show that Ed and Lorraine are they're happily married and they're just dealing with demons together. They're the demon slayers. So, altogether, this movie is not. I'm kind of afraid to say that I think this is the best one, even though it's not as scary. So I don't know if I'm going to base it on how good it was or how scary it was. Because if you're basing it on how scary it was, it's the lower quadrant. It's not that scary, but it is really freaky. Like, a lot of it's like, oh my god, this freaky as crap. But then if you look at the storyline, I think the storyline is the best storyline of all three. So I'm going to give this an actual 4 out of 5. I gave The Conjuring, I didn't do them on here, but I gave the first Conjuring 4 out of 5, and the second one 3.5. So this one is just as good as the first one, maybe even better. But I'm just going to stick with the 4.5 out of 4 out of 5. Excuse me. So for The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I'm going to play a little trailer here for The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, and we're going to click out of here and join as always. Frown less.